What if I told you the drink sitting in your fridge right now used to have a drug in it? A drug so powerful it's illegal to even own today. Pause. Let that sink in. Then ask the viewer a question directly. Have you ever wondered why it's called Coca-Cola? Not cherry cola? Not sugar cola? Coca. Hint that the answer is darker than they think. Do not explain yet. End the section with a soft cliffhanger. The answer takes us back over 140 years to a man who was chasing something very different than a soft drink. He was chasing a cure for pain. This sets mystery, urgency, and nostalgia all at once, priming older viewers who grew up trusting this brand without ever knowing its secret past. Introduce John Pemberton, a former Confederate soldier from Georgia. He was wounded in battle and, like thousands of soldiers back then, became addicted to morphine just to survive the pain. Explained simply, morphine was the only strong painkiller doctors had, but it destroyed lives. Pemberton, a pharmacist, wanted to find something else, something that could ease pain and addiction without the danger. Say this plainly, he was trying to save people. Instead, he created something that would change the world in a way nobody expected. He began mixing wine with coca leaf extract, calling it French wine coca, selling it as a health tonic. Leave a loop open here. What exactly was in coca leaves, and why would anyone put it in a drink? Tease that the answer connects directly to a drug most people today would never touch. Reveal it slowly, like peeling back a curtain. Coca leaves contain cocaine. Explain in the simplest terms, cocaine is a stimulant. It comes from a plant grown mostly in South America, and in the late 1800s, doctors actually believed it was medicine. Say, today we lock people up for having this. Back then, doctors were putting it in children's toothache drops. Let that shock breathe. Explain that when a new prohibition law banned alcohol in Pemberton's home county in 1886, he had to remove the wine from his recipe, and that's when he created a non-alcoholic version mixed with soda water. That drink was named Coca-Cola. Ask the viewer, so was it named after the coca leaf or something else entirely? Tease the second half of the name, the cola nut, as its own strange story saved for later. Zoom out and explain why nobody panicked about cocaine yet. In the late 1800s, cocaine wasn't seen as dangerous. It was sold in drugstores, added to wine, even used in children's cough medicine. Doctors called it a wonder drug. Famous figures of the era praised it publicly, believing it cured tiredness, headaches, and sadness. Explain plainly. There were no warning labels, no age limits, no laws. This is where you build unease in the viewer. They already know how the cocaine story ends in modern times, but the people living through it had no idea. Say, it's easy to judge the past, but imagine growing up in a world where the safe thing to do was the exact thing we now consider one of the most dangerous drugs on Earth. End with a tease. This ignorance was about to collide with ambition, greed, and a businessman who saw dollar signs. Introduce Asa Candler, the businessman who bought the Coca-Cola formula after Pemberton's health declined. Candler wasn't a chemist. He was a marketer, and a brilliant one. Explain how he turned a small pharmacy drink into a nationwide obsession through bold advertising, free coupons, and branded merchandise. He didn't just sell a drink. He sold a feeling, energy, refreshment, happiness in a glass. Mention that ads at the time promoted Coca-Cola as a pick-me-up, a cure for headaches and fatigue, never openly admitting why it worked so well. Plant suspicion here. Was it just clever advertising, or did people feel something chemical happening in their bodies? Leave that question hanging. Tease that behind the friendly branding. Growing rumors were starting to spread across America. Rumors about what this innocent-looking soda might actually be doing to people. Shift the tone darker. By the late 1890s and early 1900s, stories began spreading about people becoming dependent on products containing cocaine. Not just Coca-Cola, but many tonics of the era. Newspapers ran alarming headlines. Some blamed cocaine-laced products for erratic behavior, addiction, and even violence, though many of these claims were mixed with prejudice and fear, especially targeting minority communities unfairly. Explain this honestly and carefully, without taking sides, simply noting that fear was spreading fast, true or exaggerated. A moral panic was building across the country, and Coca-Cola, without even trying, had planted itself right in the middle of it. Tease the coming storm. Government officials were starting to ask questions, and one man in Washington was about to make Coca-Cola his personal target. A man determined to expose what was really inside the bottle. Introduce Dr. Harvey Wiley, a federal chemist leading the fight for food and drug safety in America. Explain simply. He believed everyday products should be honestly labeled, and he suspected Coca-Cola was hiding something from the public. In 1906, a major new law passed, the Pure Food and Drug Act, designed to stop companies from secretly putting dangerous substances in food and drinks. For the first time, companies had to start telling the truth about what was really inside their bottles. Build tension. Coca-Cola's formula was a closely guarded secret, and now the government wanted answers. Tease the reveal. But here's the twist nobody expects. By the time this law passed, Coca-Cola may have already quietly changed its recipe years earlier. The real question wasn't whether cocaine was in the drink anymore, it was why the company never told anyone. Reveal the pivotal moment. By around 1903, Coca-Cola had removed the cocaine from its formula, replacing the active coca leaf extract with a spent, decocainized version, meaning the leaves were still used, but the cocaine was chemically stripped out first. Explain why this is fascinating. The company never made a big public announcement. There was no headline saying Coca-Cola removes drug. It just quietly happened. Ask the viewer directly, why would a company hide something good? If removing cocaine was the right thing to do, why not shout it from the rooftops? Let the mystery deepen. Perhaps admitting cocaine had ever been there at all was the real danger to their image. Tease forward. This secrecy would soon land Coca-Cola in a courtroom, facing the U.S. government directly, in a trial most Americans today have never even heard about. Reveal the incredible true event. In 1911, the U.S. government actually sued the Coca-Cola Company. The case was bizarrely named the United States versus 40 barrels and 20 kegs of Coca-Cola, because back then the government seized the product itself as evidence. Explain the government's argument simply. They claimed Coca-Cola was mislabeled and possibly harmful, partly due to its caffeine content and its confusing name given the coca leaf connection. Build the courtroom drama. Coca-Cola's own lawyers had to defend the brand's name, history, and safety in front of a judge. Imagine the panic inside that company. Their biggest secret, their entire identity, was now being picked apart in public. Leave the viewer hanging. So did Coca-Cola win? Or did this scandal nearly destroy the company we know today? Save the verdict for the next section. Reveal that Coca-Cola ultimately settled and made changes, agreeing to reduce caffeine levels and adjust its practices, while avoiding admitting deeper wrongdoing about its past cocaine use. Explain simply. Company survived, but only by evolving, rebranding itself as clean, wholesome, and family-friendly. This is the moment Coca-Cola stopped being a mysterious tonic and became the all-American symbol we recognize today. Mention how the company began leaning hard into cheerful advertising, Santa Claus imagery, and happy families, deliberately burying its complicated past under decades of nostalgia. Ask the viewer to sit with the irony. Brand you associate with childhood memories and warm summer days was once fighting for its life in federal court over a drug. Tease forward. Even after this, one strange secret remained hidden in plain sight. And it's still true today, more than 100 years later. Reveal the most shocking twist of the entire story. Coca-Cola still uses real coca leaves today. Explain clearly and carefully. The cocaine is removed through a specialized chemical process before the leaves are used, so the drink contains no drug at all, but the plant itself, the same one used to make cocaine, is still part of the recipe. Say slowly. For over 100 years, one of the most beloved drinks in the world has kept a quiet, direct connection to one of the most controlled plants on Earth. Reveal the company involved. Specially licensed U.S. company processes these leaves legally under strict government supervision, extracting flavor while destroying the drug compound. Tease the mystery further. There's only one place in the entire country legally allowed to do this. Almost nobody has ever heard its name. Save that reveal for the next section. Reveal the name. The Step-On Company, based in Maywood, New Jersey, holds a rare, government-approved license, allowing it to import coca leaves and extract cocaine for pharmaceutical use, while sending the spent, cocaine-free leaf flavoring to Coca-Cola. Explain the strange arrangement plainly. The extracted cocaine is not wasted. It's sold legally to make medical products, including anesthesia used in surgeries, particularly eye and nose procedures. So somewhere in New Jersey, cocaine pulled from the same plant that flavors your soda might end up helping a surgeon operate on your eyes. Let that surreal fact hang in the air. Reveal that this arrangement has quietly continued for generations, almost entirely unknown to the public. Tease the emotional turn coming next. This isn't just a story about a plant or a lawsuit. It's a story about how a country chooses what secrets to keep and why. Zoom out to show how Coca-Cola used major American moments to rebuild its image, decade after decade. During Prohibition, it marketed itself as the safe, respectable alternative to alcohol. During World War II, it positioned itself as a taste of home for soldiers overseas, even building bottling plants near battlefields. Every time America needed comfort, Coca-Cola was there, offering a familiar taste and a friendly smile. Point out the deeper pattern. A company that began with a hidden narcotic ingredient had, within a few decades, become one of the most trusted, patriotic brands in American history. Ask the viewer to reflect. How does a brand with such a strange, secretive past become this deeply woven into our nostalgia, childhoods, our holidays, our memories? Ease forward. The answer lies not just in marketing, but the company chose to hide and what it chose to highlight. Bring back the mystery of the secret formula, famously locked away and known by only a few people at a time. Explain that Coca-Cola has always used this secrecy as part of its brand power. The mystery itself became marketing. A company that once had a genuine, dangerous secret to hide learned that secrecy itself could be turned into magic. Raise a final lingering question for the viewer. If the coca leaf connection remained hidden from public knowledge for so long, what else about the formula, the company's history, or its practices remains unknown today? Avoid answering directly. The uncertainty sit with the audience. Say only 2 executives know the full recipe at any given time, and they're forbidden from ever traveling on the same plane together. Tease the final section. It's time to bring everything together and reveal what this story truly says about trust. Bring the story full circle back to your opening hook. Reconnect the drink in the viewer's fridge to everything just revealed. Wounded soldier, the secret ingredient, the courtroom battle, the hidden factory in New Jersey, and the coca leaves still quietly imported today. This isn't just the story of a soft drink. It's the story of how far a hidden truth can travel before anyone notices, and how a company can turn its darkest secret into its greatest legend. End with an emotional, reflective closing line aimed directly at the viewer. So next time you crack open a Coca-Cola, remember, you're not just tasting soda. You're tasting over 100 years of secrets, survival, and reinvention. Close with a soft call to action, inviting viewers to share their own memories of the drink in the comments, and to subscribe for more hidden stories from American history. And that's the real Coca-Cola history. Stranger, darker, and more secretive than most people ever imagine. From a wounded soldier's pain to a hidden drug, this Coca-Cola origin story proves that even the most familiar bottle in your fridge holds a shocking history. Now you know the truth about Coca-Cola cocaine, the real Coca-Cola secret ingredient, and the secrets behind Coke history that the company never wanted told. If this history explained kept you hooked, imagine what other Coca-Cola facts are still buried. Subscribe, and let's uncover the next hidden truth together.